Imagine owning a car that never quits, one that keeps running strong year after year, mile after mile, with an engine so reliable it feels practically immortal. Some vehicles are built to last, but a select few stand the test of time like no other. Today, we're counting down 10 of the most durable, long-lasting cars ever made. Ones with engines so well-designed and overbuilt that they've become legends among mechanics and drivers alike. From fuel-efficient commuters to rugged trucks and performance icons, these cars prove that smart engineering and proper maintenance can make a vehicle last for decades. Whether it's a trusted workhorse, a high-mileage taxi, or an off-road warrior still roaming the trails, each of these engines has earned a reputation for longevity. Let's dive into the countdown. Car number 10 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines. We have the Acura Integra GSR year 1994 to 2001. Few engines have earned the kind of cult following that Honda's B18 CVTEC has. Found in the Acura Integra GSR, this 1.8-liter DOHC inline-4 wasn't just a high-revving marvel, it was one of the most durable performance engines ever built. While many sports cars sacrifice longevity for power, the B18C proved that an engine could deliver both high-revving excitement and extreme reliability. The B18C was designed with Honda's legendary precision engineering, featuring a forged steel crankshaft, high-flow cylinder head, and Honda's VTEC variable valve timing system that allowed it to rev up to 8,000 RPM with ease. Despite its high-revving nature, these engines were built to last, with many owners reporting 200,000 to 300,000 miles on stock internals. Even when abused, Civics and Integras running B18Cs have been known to surpass 300,000 miles, making it one of the few naturally aspirated performance engines that can withstand decades of use. One of the key reasons for its longevity was its robust bottom end. Unlike many high-performance engines of its time, the B18C didn't require frequent rebuilds or suffer from major internal failures when properly maintained. Honda's focus on lightweight but strong materials meant that the engine remained efficient and reliable even under aggressive driving conditions. Car number 9 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines, we have the Lexus LS400, year 1990 to 2000. The Lexus LS400 wasn't just another luxury sedan. It was Toyota's statement to the world that reliability and refinement could coexist at the highest level. At the heart of this engineering marvel was the UZ-FEV8, an engine so meticulously designed that it remains one of the most indestructible power plants ever built. During its development, Toyota pushed this engine to extreme limits, running endurance tests for over 1 million kilometers, 621,000 miles, to ensure it could withstand decades of use. That obsessive attention to detail paid off, as it's now common to find LS400s still on the road with 300,000 to 500,000 miles, running as smoothly as they did when new. The one UZ-FE was overbuilt from the start, featuring a forged crankshaft, high-quality aluminum construction, and a timing belt system that reduced internal wear. Unlike many luxury V8s of its time, it avoided complex, failure-prone technology, focusing instead on pure mechanical durability. What makes the LS400 stand out isn't just the reliability, it's how effortlessly the engine delivers power. Even after hundreds of thousands of miles, these V8s maintain their silky smooth performance, a hallmark of Toyota's legendary craftsmanship. Owners of high-mileage LS400s often report that their cars still start instantly, idle quietly, and accelerate with the same refinement as the day they were built. Lexus didn't just create a luxury car, it engineered one of the longest-lasting, most bulletproof engines in automotive history. Car number 8 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines, we have the Ford F-150, year 1965 to 1996. Some engines are reliable, but the Ford 300 inline-6 is virtually unkillable. For over 3 decades, this power plant proved itself as one of the most indestructible engines ever built, earning its reputation in Ford F-150s, UPS trucks, industrial generators, and farm equipment. When Ford needed a workhorse that could endure brutal conditions while requiring minimal maintenance, they built this engine, and it never let them down. With an all-cast iron block and head, the 300 inline-six was designed to take abuse. It wasn't about high horsepower, but rather low-end torque and long-term durability. The simple cam block design meant fewer moving parts to fail, and because it lacked modern electronic complications, it was easy to repair and nearly impossible to kill. Many of these engines crossed 300,000 to 500,000 miles on original internals, with some reaching even higher mileages with basic maintenance. Beyond its use in consumer trucks, this engine was so reliable that Ford continued using it in commercial and industrial applications well into the 2000s. UPS delivery vehicles, farm tractors, and even power generators relied on the 300 inline-six because it could run for decades with minimal upkeep. Mechanics often say that these engines aren't just long-lasting, they're virtually eternal. Car number 7 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines, we have the Honda Civic, year 1996 to 2015, D16 and K20 series. For decades, the Honda Civic has been a benchmark for reliability and efficiency. But what truly makes it stand out is its legendary engine durability. The D16 series, 1996 to 2000, and K20 series, 2001 to 2015, are among Honda's most bulletproof engines, capable of lasting 300,000 to 500,000 miles when properly maintained. The D16 was simple, efficient, and nearly indestructible. Its timing, belt-driven design, and non-interference layout meant that even a snapped belt wouldn't destroy the engine. These engines ran on minimal maintenance, often going over 250,000 miles without requiring major repairs. Even in neglected Civics, it was common to see them still starting and running well beyond their expected lifespan. The K20, introduced in the early 2000s, took things to another level. Used in high-performance models like the Civic Si, it was engineered for both power and longevity. With a timing chain, forged internals, and Honda's VTEC system, the K20 wasn't just reliable, it was designed to handle high revs and still last for decades. Owners frequently report these engines surpassing 300,000 miles, even with aggressive driving. Car number 6 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines, we have the Chevrolet Suburban, year 2000 to 2014, Vortec 5.3-liter V8. When it comes to full-size SUVs with legendary reliability, the Chevrolet Suburban stands at the top. Built to handle families, road trips, off-road adventures, and even law enforcement and government duty, the Suburban has always been a vehicle designed for the long haul. At the core of its durability is the Vortec 5.3-liter V8, an engine known for its ability to last 300,000 miles or more with routine maintenance. The Vortec 5300 was part of GM's LS-based small block family, meaning it inherited the same bulletproof engineering that made the LS1 famous. This engine featured an iron block in early models and aluminum in later versions, making it both strong and lightweight. The overhead valve (OHV) design meant fewer moving parts, reducing wear and tear while keeping maintenance costs low. Unlike more complex modern engines, the Vortec 5.3 was built for simplicity, reliability, and torque. One of the biggest reasons this engine lasts so long is its ability to handle extreme conditions. From towing heavy loads to surviving harsh winters and blistering summers, the Suburban's power plant was designed to take abuse without breaking a sweat. Many owners report 300,000 plus miles on the original engine and transmission, with some fleet vehicles surpassing 500,000 miles before needing a major overhaul. Car number 5 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines, we have the Toyota Camry, year 1992 to 2011, 2.2-liter and 2.4-liter. If there's one car that has become synonymous with reliability, it's the Toyota Camry. Known as the go-to vehicle for high-mileage commuters, taxi fleets, and families, the Camry has built its reputation around simple, long-lasting engineering. While Toyota has produced many durable engines, the 5SFE 1992 to 2001, and 2 AZFE 2002 to 2011, stand out as some of the most indestructible four-cylinders ever built. The 5SFE, a 2.2-liter inline-4, was famous for its ability to reach 300,000 miles or more with basic maintenance. Featuring an iron block, non-interference design, and Toyota's precise engineering, this engine was nearly impossible to kill. Even with minor oil leaks and aging components, it kept running smoothly for decades. When Toyota introduced the 2.4-liter 2AZFE in the early 2000s, it continued the tradition of reliability, offering better fuel efficiency while still maintaining longevity. Many Camrys from the 1990s and 2000s are still on the road today, with some examples surpassing 400,000 miles on their original engines. Toyota designed these power plants for easy repairs, using timing chains instead of belts, and avoiding overly complex technology. A car that could survive neglect, long commutes, and even extreme climates without major issues. Car number 4 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines, we have the Mercedes-Benz 300D, year 1977 to 1985, OM617 diesel. When people talk about indestructible engines, the OM617 diesel, found in the Mercedes-Benz 300DW123, is one of the first that comes to mind. Built during an era when Mercedes prioritized over-engineering over cost-cutting, this 3.0-liter 5-cylinder diesel became legendary for its ability to run for 500,000 to 1 million miles with minimal repairs. What made the OM617 so durable was its simple mechanical fuel injection system. Unlike modern diesels that rely on complex electronics, this engine used a fully mechanical Bosch injection pump, making it nearly impervious to electrical failures. The cast iron block and head could withstand extreme conditions, and the low-revving nature of the engine meant that internal components experienced far less wear over time. Even if maintenance was neglected, these engines had a reputation for starting right up and running smoothly, decades after leaving the factory. The 300D was a favorite among taxi fleets around the world, especially in places like Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, where vehicles had to endure high-mileage abuse in harsh climates. Many of these cars were driven 600,000 miles or more before major engine work was ever needed. Car number 3 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines, we have the Chevrolet Camaro Z28, year 1998 to 2002, LS1 V8. Few engines have left a lasting impact on both performance and reliability like GM's LS1 V8, and the 1998 to 2002 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 was one of the first cars to showcase its full potential. The LS1 wasn't just powerful, it was practically bulletproof, earning a reputation for durability that extended beyond muscle car enthusiasts to mechanics and tuners alike. Under the hood of the Camaro Z28, the 5.7-liter LS1 delivered 305 to 325 horsepower, but what made it legendary was its overbuilt design, featuring an all-aluminum block with cast iron cylinder liners, a forged steel crankshaft, and 6-bolt main bearings. This engine was engineered to handle way more power than GM originally intended. Even in stock form, LS1-powered Camaros routinely hit 150,000 to 200,000 miles with minimal issues and with proper maintenance. Some examples have exceeded 300,000 miles. Unlike many high-performance engines of the era, the LS1's simple pushrod design meant fewer moving parts, reducing the likelihood of failure. Car number 2 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines, we have the Dodge Dart, year 1970, model 225/6. Some engines are durable, and then there's the 225/66, a motor so tough it earned the nickname the Cockroach because it simply refused to die. Found in the 1970 Dodge Dart, this 3.7-liter inline-6 became a legend not because of high performance, but because it was nearly impossible to kill. Even with minimal maintenance, neglected oil changes, and hard use, these engines routinely surpassed 300,000 miles without a single major failure. The key to its indestructibility was in its overbuilt yet simple design. The The Slant 6 featured a cast-iron block and head, which made it incredibly resistant to overheating and internal wear. Unlike many engines of its era, it had a forged steel crankshaft and incredibly thick cylinder walls, meaning it could take a beating and keep running. The slant design wasn't just for looks, it allowed for a lower center of gravity, better airflow, and improved durability under load. This engine powered not just the Dart, but countless Plymouth Valiants, Dodge trucks, and even industrial equipment, proving that Chrysler had built an engine that could outlast everything around it. Some Slant 6 engines ran without proper maintenance for decades, still managing to start and run when nearly every other system in the car had failed. Car number 1 on our list of most reliable cars with indestructible engines, we have the Toyota pickup Hilux, year 1985 to 1995, 22RE engine. If there's one truck that defines indestructibility, it's the Toyota Hilux and its legendary 22RE engine. This compact pickup wasn't just reliable, it was built to survive anything, from war zones to the most extreme climates on Earth. With a simple yet overbuilt design, the 2.4-liter 22RE Inline 4 became one of the longest-lasting engines Toyota ever produced, earning it a reputation as the million-mile truck. Toyota engineered the 22RE with a cast-iron block, a lightweight aluminum head, and a bulletproof electronic fuel injection system, making it incredibly resistant to failure. It was not powerful, but what it lacked in speed, it made up for in sheer durability and ease of maintenance. Owners regularly pushed these trucks past 300,000 to 500,000 miles on original internals, and many are still running today with minimal repairs. Perhaps the most famous test of the Hilux's durability came from Top Gear, where they deliberately tried to destroy a Hilux by drowning it in the ocean, setting it on fire, dropping it from a building, and even blowing it up. Each time, with just basic repairs, the truck still started and ran. That test cemented the Hilux as one of the toughest vehicles ever built. Which of these legendary cars have you owned, driven, or dreamt of having in your garage? Let us know in the comments.